Welcome back, my crazy people, to Mac Music Review. Today we're looking at another album, another Jon Bellion album, the last one. It's taken so long, but we're finally there. This is the last Jon Bellion album. Before hopping the review, just want to say there's going to be some stuff down in the description. If you want to know how the channel works, all the good stuff is going to be down in the description for this video. Today, we are looking at the debut album for Jon Bellion. And not to be confused with The Human Condition, because that is his debut, his major label debut album, his major label studio album. This is the first album he's ever made and put on SoundCloud, and it's called Translations Through Speakers. Translations Through Speakers kind of sounds like The Separation, which was released the same year as this album. So if you're noticing some similarities, it's because they're released the same year, and they basically have the same vocal quality. It sounds a little bit, just a much less quality, actually, than everything after The Separation, and the rapping is lesser quality. It sounds like a super amateur rapper, like a guy rapping who doesn't know how to rap is what it sounds like on this, like super young and not experienced. And that's what the rapping and the music and the vocal quality, is less. It's not as clear and polished as it is on The Definition and Onward. So that's worth noting. The music on this album is basically the same for Jon Bellion. You're basically going to get the same stuff. You're going to get plenty of rap beats. I want to mention the rapping on this album. Just like The Separation, there is plenty of rapping on this thing. Even in songs which are not 100% rap songs, they'll normally have some rap verse somewhere. Don't Ask 'Cause I Don't Know, The Wonder Years, those both have rapping in them. Also, For the Dreamers, that's basically just a rap song. What Up Snow is a rap song. An incredibly corny rap song, but still a rap song. And then, yeah, I might be missing other moments on this album have rap, but those are the key rap songs on this thing. So you're going to get rap beats. You're going to get a lot of electronic production. There's a lot of electronic music on this thing. Occasionally you're going to find strings here and there. Occasionally, you know, some guitar and other elements. He always was kind of diverse with his music. He does a lot of different things. You're going to have drums for the trap beats, electronic elements for a lot of these pop songs. You're going to have some strings when it gets kind of big. Like on Paper Planes or Waves of Loneliness, the music gets really big and ambitious. That's what he's really known for, is this big, ambitious pop music. And especially on Life as well. Plenty of electronics on that one. All that kind of stuff. All kinds of music on this album. The lyrical content of this album is a lot of times tries to be very charming. It's very youthful. It's extremely personal most of the time. A lot of the lyrics, if you know Jon Bellion, you know he loves to sing about love and sex and romantic partners and all that kind of stuff. He every single album, much less so on Glory Sound Prep, the only Jon Bellion album I haven't reviewed yet. I'm so excited to review that album. I can't until I review everything else. That's my policy. That's what I'm making myself do. But the first song, Life, is just kind of a song about life. It's this bright-eyed, ambitious, far-reaching song, literally about someone trying to figure out life. He starts with this story of this girl writing the word life with her lipstick on the wall, which is pretty dramatic sounding, pretty melodramatic. And then he goes and transitions to himself and talks about how he feels like he can never be like Kanye, and he references all of the lights, and it does like this music thing when he says all the lights. It's pretty cool, honestly. It's a cool reference. Don't Ask 'Cause I Don't Know is one of those Jon Bellion songs that really shows his vulnerability. Well, that's the thing that Jon Bellion really does in his songwriting. He talks about himself and his weaknesses and just areas where he feels uncertain. And that's what this song is about. He says, don't tell me, like, don't ask what I'm doing for my future. Don't ask what my life has in store. I haven't even picked out my socks. How am I supposed to figure out my future? Which is a bit corny, but I think the message does work, especially with the music and the vocal conviction. The Wonder Years is a drinking song. He's in the bar hanging out with his friends, and they're saying, hey, let's look back at the Wonder Years. And same thing with Timeless. You get this vibe, some really great imagery in this vibe where he's hanging out with Frank Sinatra and James Dean, and they're literally hanging out like at the pool. They're hanging out at a pool. There's like lots of people all around them, and they got lots of fancy alcohol and lots of money. and they're just kind of, it's like a drinking song and about being timeless, about becoming timeless. He says, "Boy, don't even look at the clock, because you're going to be timeless." When Jon Bellion's asking, when is it my time? When am I going to be famous? When is it my time to shine? And they're like, "Boy, don't even look at the clock, because you're going to be timeless." It's a ruthlessly ambitious song, hugely ambitious, and it's kind of nice. While you count sheep is insanely personal, to the point of being kind of weird. He's literally, there's this girl that fell asleep on the couch next to him. I guess it's his girlfriend at the time. And he's saying, he's literally in the song, he's like, "I am recording this song right now while you're counting sheep. While you're counting sheep, so I'm going to make this song about sleep." And he's singing about sleep, and he's singing about literally this person right next to him as he's singing. And he's saying he's recording it as this person is sleeping right there next to him. So it's like, it's very, very personal and very much in the moment, to the point where it's kind of weird listening to it, because you're like, this is kind of weird being this specific and personal. I mean, there's very personal songwriting, but then there's very specific songwriting, and it's kind of weird. Waves of Loneliness is really this kind of love/lust song where he's kind of really wants this person, and something about he's either super lonely when he's not around this person. It's very generic sounding, and a little bit creepy. Later in the song, he's kind of obsessive, and kind of occasionally that goes, you can see that in Jon Bellion's music, where he sounds kind of like a stalker, and that can be kind of heard on this song. It's kind of unsettling. Paper Planes is another just kind of love song. What Up Snow is a love rap song. For the Dreamers is a song for the dreamers. There's not much else to say about it. Oh, Dead Man Walking. This is another invasively personal song about him sleeping with his sister's best friend. That's literally what it's about. And how that's a bad thing, and about how his friends say, "You're a dead man walking," and how this girl he slept with, how her dad is going to kill him when he finds out. And he says, "Hey, I'm showing my sister." He literally says this in the song. This is part of the song. He says, "Oh, my sister's hearing all the songs on the album before they come out officially on the album, except for this one. She's gonna have to hear this when the album comes out." And it's like, how terrible of a person. Why would you even say this in your music? Why would you tell the world this terrible story of you being a terrible person? With all that being said, there are things, as you could tell, there are things that are really good about this album, and things that are really not super good about this album. In terms of production, just like The Separation, I really do like this album a lot. In terms of production, it's pretty good. Sometimes it's really great. Life is one of my favorite Jon Bellion songs. It's just like it's kind of like One More Time with the music reminds me of the video game Sonic Colors. It's just super electronic, super bright, super fantastic. The Wonder Years has a really killer chorus, as well as Don't Ask 'Cause I Don't Know. Both these songs have charm. They're believable. Timeless is a pretty enjoyable song. Waves of Loneliness sounds pretty good until you get to the rap part. Paper Planes is another one that sounds pretty good. For the Dreamers is kind of meh. Dead Man Walking is acoustic, and it's kind of meh. While You Count Sheep it's okay. It doesn't sound bad. And most of the songs in this thing do not sound bad. Some of them don't sound great, and some of them do sound great. Most of the songs aren't great consistently. They're just like great moments. On this album, Jon Bellion's rapping is not good, and there's plenty of rap on this thing, and basically all the rap moments are not good. That means that songs like For the Dreamers and What Up Snow are just discard them immediately, because the rapping is not very good, and the actual lyrics he's rapping are super, super cringy and really awkward and like just cringe, like things that make you uncomfortable to hear. These songs literally make you uncomfortable. What Up Snow, I don't remember what the lyrics were on this one because I turned it off immediately, but it's so bad. So bad. Don't Ask 'Cause I Don't Know has this terrible imagery, this terrible lyrics about I'm the Wizard of Oz, you can be my Dorothy. And it was just so creepy. It's such a creepy thing to say, and he says it over and over again, and it's so... What? Why did you think this was clever or a good idea to put in your music? It's terrible. And basically all the rapping on this thing is terrible. A lot of the lyrical content is just really not very good. Waves of Loneliness, Paper Planes, What Up Snow, Dead Man Walking. That one's okay, but it's weird. It doesn't make... It's like, why did you even write this? And While You Count Sheep is a little bit weird. The first 3 songs have pretty good lyrics, but besides that, this album is a mixed bag in terms of lyrical content. Yeah, translations through speakers. I'm going to say it's Jon Bellion's worst album. It's just kind of messy. The rapping, there's plenty of rapping on this album, and all the rapping is not good. Certified not good. A lot of the lyrical content on this album is awkward, it's weird, it's not good. Musically, this is the least impressive Jon Bellion album. Some of it is pretty great, and a lot of it is not that great, but it's okay, and then a lot of it is just kind of eh. So, yeah, I'm going to give this album 3 stars out of 5. It still has personality, it still has a lot of things to like, but plenty to not like as well. Thank you for watching the video, I appreciate it. What's your favorite Jon Bellion song? What's your favorite Jon Bellion album? Tell me all tell me all that stuff down in the comments for this video if you want to. Thank you. I really appreciate it.